Today, because of high interest rates, we're seeing some of the highest guaranteed lifetime income payouts that we've ever seen. You say, well, what if the annuity company goes bust? Here's the cool part. Annuities have an historical track record that pound for pound, inch for inch, is stronger than banks. Hey folks, this is Colin Richards, and I'm excited to be with you on another segment of the Lord and Richards Show. And today, I'm going to be taking you further down our journey in understanding the concept of the barbell in your portfolio as you prepare for a secure, financially independent retirement. In our last segment, we talked about how to make a barbell. If you visualize that barbell and on one side think risk and on the other side think safety, the compromise or the bar is kind of your liquidity scale. The risk weights on the left side have the opportunity for growth, lots of liquidity, and carry risk of loss. The safe weights on the right side have opportunity for growth, less liquidity, and carry no risk of loss. The question now is, how do I use that concept? How much liquidity do I need? How well balanced do I need to cover the regular needs as well as the unexpected emergencies? Probably not 100%. We generally find that you need about 40 to 50% of your portfolio liquid to cover the emergencies, the extras, the luxuries, the bucket list items, and the giving. That we're going to call on the left side at risk your growing reserve. That's the left side of your barbell. And here's the key to financial independence. If we do this right, you don't need that to cover your lifestyle. We're literally going to have a whole pool of liquid money that's available to you anytime you want it. It may be taxable or tax-free, depending on how it's designed. But when you're ready to access it, you can take money out anytime without penalties, without charges. That's a growing reserve. That is the key, folks, to feeling and becoming financially independent. Not having all your money lumped together, not having it all designated to meet your ordinary expenses. You say, well, Colin, can I live on half my portfolio? I find for those who've saved well, yes, you can. Typically, between 40 and 60% of that portfolio can be placed on the safe or the protected side of the barbell. It's going to be less liquid, but it's liquid enough to give you monthly income for the rest of your life. Now, here's the key, okay? You've already set aside in the bank money outside of the barbell. That's over here in safe savings accounts, money markets, anything liquid that gets you a little bit of return. We call that your short-term or emergency reserve. So that's out of the barbell. But consider the safe money on this side of your barbell, these plates, these weights, as your lifestyle security side, okay? From here, all we have to do then is figure out ways to generate income that covers all your personal expenses on a regular basis. You say, but Colin, I've been trying to do that. Met with a dear couple recently, and they really had done a great job, but began to see what was happening as the market was eroding their savings. They were taking money at a very, very reasonable rate, less than 3%, and they were still seeing their principal balance eroding faster than they were comfortable. What we discovered is instead of taking their whole portfolio and designating it to create income, we could take just half of the portfolio, generate all the income that they needed, leaving the other half as a reserve, what we call a growing reserve. You say, well, how on earth can you do that, Colin? I mean, do you follow the rule of 4%? Nope, that doesn't work. 3% works, but you got to tie up a lot of your money. People say, well, my money's not tied up. It's in stocks, bonds, mutual funds. It is tied up in your mind if you're taking all of your money and designated that for your lifestyle. Take part of your money, utilize that for your lifestyle. You say, how do I do that? A fixed annuity can do that just like that. Now, there are a lot of different kinds of annuities, and it's a confusing world. Some people say, well, they have high fees. Nope, not all of them. As a matter of fact, at Lord & Richards, we don't use annuities that have high fees. Preferably no or very low fees, typically less than the cost of managing a portfolio. You say, well, they tie your money up. Well, that's true. Usually there is a penalty. It's not as big as most people think, but depending on the length of time that you want to hold this annuity, you may have a penalty if you leave early. But that's about it. Those are the downsides. On the plus side, you've got safety, protection of principal. You got the opportunity to grow your principal while you're waiting to take income or even after you're taking it. And here's the cool part, the thing that you can only do with an annuity, you can generate income for life as long as you live and your spouse. And today, because of high interest rates, we're seeing some of the highest guaranteed lifetime income payouts that we've ever seen. You say, well, what if the annuity company goes bust? Here's the cool part. Annuities have an historical track record that pound for pound, inch for inch is stronger than banks. And so we have a system in place, a government-based system that will allow you to have peace of mind knowing that your money is safe, protected, and guaranteed. And so in your safe part of your barbell, we want to generate lifetime income that you can never run out. You say, well, do I lose all control? I've heard that the annuity company just keeps your money. Well, that's true for one kind of annuity, the immediate annuity, but all the rest allow you to continue to grow and build that to offset your withdrawals, to potentially leave an inheritance, even in a legacy, something you couldn't do with most pensions or especially Social Security. Once you've got that in place, now you can take your risk money and truly feel financially independent. Your lifestyle is being covered by 40 to 60% of your money, and the other side is there for the emergencies, for the extras, for those luxuries that you never thought you would do. Twice this week, I've had people tell me that they had put off purchasing a vehicle because their financial advisor told them they couldn't afford it. And after meeting with me, they're now going to get vehicles and do so much more. One person this week literally in tears as we shared this simple strategy and enabled them to really begin a retirement lifestyle that they never thought was even possible or that they deserved. It was wonderful to do that. So the luxuries, the family trips that you may want to take. I had one person this week say, hey, I'd love to take my family on a cruise. My parents did that for us. You can do it, right? If you've saved enough and if you build the right portfolio. And then finally, giving, not just your personal needs, your bucket list, your luxuries, your extras, but giving to others and doing amazing things. There's something about giving that stirs your soul and will make the retirement lifestyle that you're living even more blessed at the end of life. Well, folks, this is the barbell concept. I've taken the last 3 segments. The first segment, warning us not to look for needles in the haystack. Stop becoming a retirement stock picker on your primary portfolio. If you want to do that as a hobby, put it to the side. And then look for the haystack, not the needle. Because even venture capital firms, great investors in art, great investors like Walt Disney, great investors like Warren Buffett, he himself said, I've owned 400 to 500 stocks in my lifetime, and I've probably made good money on fewer than 10 of them. That's pretty powerful. And so I want you to start buying the haystack and then learn how to build this portfolio. Together with our team, we'll help you design a barbell where you can enjoy safety and security on one side, have a growing reserve. That's the only place there's risk on the other, but it's not about your lifestyle. It's about the extras and the luxuries. And then we'll teach you how to generate income that you can't outlive from the safe, secure portion of your barbell. We're having conversations every day like this. My team and I, people are really getting set free financially, and that's what it's all about. It simply starts with a phone call to Lord & Richards.